Ondo APC hails appointment of Governor Akeredolu as Zonal Coordinator for Tinubu Shetima Campaign Council. Court sacks Taraba APC governorship candidate Wacha, others fresh primary within 14 days. And from the foreign scene, hundreds protest in Niger against French military presence. And in sports, what athletics ratifies Toby Amuson's world record at 2022 championships in Oregon. Thank you very much for joining us tonight on the news. I am Oyewumi Ayinigbera. The Ondo State House of Assembly has restated its support for government policies on food sufficiency. Chairman House Committee on Agriculture Taufik Mohammed, during a visit to the ultra-modern semi-mechanized abattoir at Songo in Akure North Local Government Area, commended Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu for sustaining the dream of a world-class abattoir in the state. House of Assembly correspondent Omoshilola Adesoye now completes the story.
The need to control the method of meat slaughtering and processing, and to end consumption of unsafe meat and improve capacity of stakeholders in the business of meat processing informed the action of the Ondo State government under the last administration to construct a modern abattoir in the state. Unfortunately, the multi-million naira project, which was inaugurated on January 27, 2017, was not put to use until 2019, 2 years after Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu took over. And one of the reasons for the visit of members House Committee on Agriculture, led by the chairman Taufik Mohammed, to the abattoir is to ensure hygienic standards are complied with in the slaughtering and processing of meats. While addressing the butchers, Mr. Mohammed promised that the House of Assembly will ensure sustainability of the projects. The team equally visited 1985 cattle markets, where they assured cattle sellers of government's readiness to give the market a facelift. Earlier, the project officer of the abattoir, Dr. Olodun Oloruntoba, during a meeting with the lawmakers, informed of plans to partner private establishments to raise the standard of the facility.
If we can sign it, and then we intend that we would do what we call cradle system. The cradle system means that if at all we are not using the mechanics, we construct something like a platform whereby the animal can be. The most important thing is for the animal carcass not to touch.
He called for the assistance of the lawmakers in ensuring that the dream of the state to have a world-class abattoir becomes reality. The lawmakers were also at Matna Foods Company, Ushu, in our local government area, where they called for more government presence to improve on the state's internally generated revenue. Omoshiliola Adesoye, Osrc News.
The appointment of Ondo State Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu as the zonal coordinator for Tinubu Shetima 2023 presidential election has been commended by the Ondo State chapter of the All Progressives Congress. According to the party, the appointment of Akeredolu is an assurance of victory at the poll. The state chapter of the APC expressed confidence in the leadership and mobilization capacity of the former president of the Nigerian Bar Association and chairman Southern Governors Forum to marshal unprecedented votes from the southwest for the Tinubu Shetima team next year. According to the Ondo APC, his experience at winning elections in the past and performance-induced popularity will come handy in his new assignment. It applauded Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the noble decision, saying it will definitely pay off. Ondo APC also pledged its support for the assignment to justify the confidence reposed in our governor. A federal high court in Jalingo, the Taraba state capital, has sacked the All Progressives Congress governorship candidate in the state, Emmanuel Boacha. Boacha was sacked after a petition by one of the aspirants, David Sabo Kente, relying on the evidence before the court that no governorship primary was held in Taraba. Justice Simon Abubeda ordered a fresh primary within 14 days. The judge also ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission to stop forthwith with the recognition of Emmanuel Bwacha as a candidate of the party, and that the current senator representing Taraba South, in turn, should desist from parading himself as a governorship candidate of the APC. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, has assured university students that the Parliament is committed to ending the lingering crisis between the federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities. Gbajabiamila had summoned a stakeholders meeting to resolve the crisis that had led to lecturers shutting down the universities for over 7 months. Gbajabiamila, in his remarks at the opening plenary today, after the National Assembly returned from its 2-month annual break, pointed out that the lawmakers owe the intervention to Nigerian youth and Nigeria's future. He said it has become necessary for the House to intervene in the extended face-off, adding that the House will explore all options to help resolve the present crisis. Meanwhile, the acting Chief Justice of Nigeria, Olukayode Ariwola, will be screened for confirmation by the Senate tomorrow. President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, urged all senators to be present in plenary for the required screening of the acting CJN for substantive capacity as Chief Justice of Nigeria. Ariwola was appointed as the acting CJN after Ibrahim Tanko Muhammad resigned as the head of the country's judiciary in June 2022. Muhammad resigned after 14 justices of the Apex Court accused of the CJN of corruption and abandoning its responsibilities as the leader of the courts. You're still watching Osrc News at 7. After the break, we'll bring you more stories. Please stay with us.
Every day, life presents hopes, dreams, and challenges. Challenges that can become successes with a little help. Because a little help can empower you to go from despair to celebration. A little help can keep you going until the race is won. A little help can turn bundles of anxiety into a bundle of joy. And with Glow Data, you get much more than just a little help. You get the biggest data deals in town to make every day glow with small wins and big wins. Dial *777# to select your Glow Data plan.
Welcome back. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook OSRC TV Ondo, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel OSRC TV Ondo. The Nigerian Union of Journalists Ondo State Council has inaugurated a 7-member special committee to organize its 2022 Press Week. Inaugurating the committee as a press center, Alagbaka Akure, the state NUJ chairman, Leki Adigbite, tasked members on a thorough and befitting press week. Mr. Adigbite promised that this year's press week will be a reference point in many years to come and charged the committee members and all journalists in the state to join hands with executives to put together a memorable event. The chairman of the committee, Mr. Shino Adiyeye, promised to harness available potentials and leverage on the experience of members to ensure the success of the week-long event. Other members of the 7-man committee include Fisayo Akinduro, Precious Oluwole, Omolayo Munei, Omoshinola Adesoye Ajayi, Ayo Fatokun, Wai Bolu Uluesho will serve as secretary. This year's Press Week celebration has been scheduled to hold between November 27th and December 2nd, 2022. The former governor of Ondo State, Olusegun Mimiko, says the late Mama Grace Akeredolu lived her life in the knowledge of God. Mimiko, who paid a condolence visit to Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu at the government house in Akure, congratulated him for surviving the late family matriarch. Government House correspondent Wahab Ankole reports that Governor Akeredolu was joined by some members of the State Executive Council to receive the former governor.
Attention has now shifted to the Ondo State Government House in Akure following the return of Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu from Ibadan, where he has been receiving eminent Nigerians on condolence visits following the passing of his mother, Lady Evangelist Grace Akeredolu. The former governor of Ondo State, Olusegun Mimiko, was the first to visit Governor Akeredolu at the government house in Akure to commiserate with him and family members. Mimiko noted that Mama Grace Akeredolu lived a life of fulfillment.
I am sure Mama departed a fulfilled woman. There is no question about that. Mama lived a long life. She knew God and she saw her fruits successful by any person in her life. It's not something you take for granted. God gives you that grace to bury your mother. So I congratulate you, sir, for the grace of God in your life and in that of your siblings.
Governor Akeredolu, while welcoming the former governor, thanked him for the visit.
Mama stayed some time, got above 90 before passing. And we had a beautiful, what I would call, 90th birthday for her. We did exactly on her birthday in Ibadan. And when we came back to do the major celebration, and that was this year. So that was more or less like wishing her a bye-bye. But seriously, we never thought she would go so soon.
Akeredolu said the good legacies of his mother remain satisfactory to the family, especially the children.
She left at the time when she would give us the opportunity to celebrate her. Yes. If her mother had passed on after leaving this place, we won't say anybody. I know that left to her, she would have loved to live to 120 years. I believe that God had taken her at a very good time. When her 7 children are alive. All our grandchildren are alive. And all our great-grandchildren are alive.
The governor said the late Lady Evangelist will be given a befitting funeral. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
And more eminent Nigerians have continued to visit Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu following the passing of his mother, Lady Evangelist Grace Akeredolu. Governor Akeredolu was joined at the government house in Akure by some members of the State Executive Council to welcome dignitaries including royal fathers, religious leaders, market women, security chiefs, and members of the judiciary. The governor thanked the people and urged more prayers for the family and the state. Government House correspondent Wahab Ankole again completes the story.
Ondo State Government House in Akure was a beehive of activity as more people commiserated with Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu following the demise of his mother. The State Judiciary and the Judicial Service Commission was led by the Chief Judge, Justice Akinlolu Akintoroye, while traditional rulers including Owa Ali, Iralepo, Olubakar Council and the 130 Crown were also at the government house to empathize with the governor.
It's a good thing for somebody to sleep and die quietly, not a violent death. Cannot more her. Yeah, she should be celebrated. She should be celebrated. And we are going to join in celebrating her for life.
Governor Akeredolu, while appreciating the people for the visit, said his late mother was an epitome of love.
I want to pray along.
The Osopadek delegation was led by its chairman, Sam Eredua, while Mr. Tolu Adegbie headed a team from the State Internal Revenue Service, ODIRS.
To us most important, we say the departure of Mami is actually called to glory. We will call Almighty to grant the family fortitude to bear this great loss.
The governor thanked them for identifying with the family.
It's a pity, but it's also a thing of joy to us.
Governor Akeredolu also received heads of security chiefs in the state, led by the Commissioner of Police, Oyediran Oyeyemi, just as the Archbishop of the Ecclesiastical Province of Ondo, under the leadership of Most Reverend Dr. Simeon Borokini, also condoled with the governor, praying for strength.
We have come to rejoice and also commiserate with our government.
We thank you for the grace given to your daughter, the mother of our governor.
Governor Akeredolu said his late mother left indelible legacies.
When you look at it, flat back, look at what God has done in your life, or what God has done in our lives, you have every cause to thank God.
The Ifon community delegation was headed by Dr. Femi Awani, where my board team was led by its managing director, Oluyemi Ijidiran, while the National Council of Women Society and Market Women under the aegis of Iyaloja General Network for Batch 2023 also had their turn.
And we pray all will be well in the mighty name of Jesus. The Mama's gentle soul rest in peace.
Amen. We have to come to commiserate with you. It's a very good thing for an aged person to go to rest.
The governor appreciated the people, noting that Mama Grace Akeredolu was a devout Christian. Wahab Bankoli, Osrc News.
Meanwhile, the All Progressives Congress APC in Ondo State has described it as shocking the sudden death of one of its leaders, Frederick Olayinka Otsemuyiwa. The APC, in a statement by its publicity secretary Alex Kalejaye, said Otsemuyiwa was a dedicated and committed chieftain who relentlessly pursued peace and unity of the party. The party notes with sadness that he left a time his leadership, political experience, and rare mobilization skills were needed. The APC prayed God to grant him eternal rest and console his immediate family and Ondo East local government area. Until his death, Otsemuyiwa was the chairman of the party in Ondo East local government area. He died at the age of 64. The Federal High Court, Abuja, says ex-Jigawa State Governor Sule Lamido and his co-defendants have a case to answer in the 712 million naira money laundering charges filed against them by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. EFCC is prosecuting Lamido on 37 amended charges alongside two of his sons, Aminu and Mustafa Lamido. Other defendants include Aminu Abubakar, a business associate to the Lamidos, and 4 companies. The former governor had filed a no-case submission after the EFCC closed its case, stating that the evidence provided by the prosecution did not disclose any case against him. Another foreign scene, hundreds of people are protested in Niger, fed up with the French troops stationed in the country and the rising cost of living. Niger this year became a hub for Western forces to tackle insecurity in the Sahel region. As part of the package, Niger received aid from France, but some residents say it has not brought them any economic benefit.
This time we have decided to speak out. Even if we're going to be killed, we have decided to say what is in our hearts and what upsets us.
It's an open secret that France plays an active role in the development and maintenance of terrorism.
How many times has France killed us and looted from us? Our gold, our uranium, everything that belongs to Niger. France has got its hands on it. We do not accept this anymore. France has brought us nothing good.
A country cannot develop without sovereignty. We are obliged to fight for our children and grandchildren. And I think that today is the starting point. And I take this opportunity to ask Nigerians to get behind this movement so that Niger can free itself.
Still on the foreign scene, flags on government buildings have returned to full mast as an epic cleanup operation started today as British public life resumed after the state funeral of Queen Elizabeth II. Reports say 73-year-old King Charles III and his family will remain in mourning for another 7 days. Around 250,000 people queued around the clock to view the Queen's coffin as it lay in state in the days leading up to the funeral. And now to sports. Former Nigerian goalkeeper Andrew Aikomogbe has advised the Super Eagles coach Jose Pesero to use the friendly game against Algeria as an opportunity to find a good balance in the team's midfield. Nigeria will face the Desert Foes of Algeria at the Oran Stadium on September 27. Aikomogbe, in a chat with newsmen from his base in Cairo, Egypt, said the Super Eagles midfield still remains an issue that the handler must fix. It noted that the Algeria game should be used by the Portuguese tactician to search for a creative midfielder capable of distributing and creating goal-scoring chances for his teammate. And not leaving sport yet, the world record set by Tobi Amusan in the women's 100-meter hurdles semi-final at the 2022 Athletics Championship in Oregon in July has been ratified by the World Athletics. In a statement on the athletics body's official website, Amusan ran a time of 12.12 seconds to defeat former world record hurdler Kendra Harrison, who had set the world record in 100 meters hurdles with a time of 12.20 seconds in 2016 at the London Miller Anniversary Games. The 25-year-old was, however, not done as she followed that remarkable performance with a wind-assisted 12.60 2.5 meters to win the final. The time of 12.12 seconds makes it the official world record to beat in the women's hurdles. And with that, we conclude the news tonight, but before we go, a quick look at the top stories. We told you in the news that the Ondo State Progressives Congress has hailed the appointment of Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu as the zonal coordinator for Tinubu Shetima 2023 Presidential Campaign Council. Federal High Court in Jalingo, Taraba State has sacked the All Progressives Congress governorship candidate in the state, Emmanuel Bwacha, and has ordered the conduct of another primary election within 14 days.